All right, good morning. My name is Erin Schwark, the statewide work zone operations engineer with the Wisconsin Department of Transportation. We want to welcome everyone to our Work Zone Awareness Week kickoff event. A special thanks to Dane County Highway Department for allowing us to use their space for the event today. Each year, the Wisconsin DOT participates in this national spring campaign held at the start of the construction season to encourage safe driving throughout work zones across the state. This year's Work Zone Awareness theme is Respect the Zone so we all get home. And it should remind all of us to be attentive and practice safe driving habits in work zones. These 10 orange cones with black ribbons signify people lost in work zone crashes last year. Each cone represents someone's loved ones who never made it home. Sadly, 2 construction workers were hit and killed in work zones last year, represented by these 2 safety vests. We're honored to have one of the contractors impacted by the tragic crash here today to share their perspective. As a statewide work zone operations engineer, I'm familiar with the innovative tools and technologies to keep work zones safe. Digital speed limit signs behind me are being used on the project to alert motorists of the work zone speed limit. These signs can be remotely changed when workers are present. Flashing warnings lights also help alert drivers of possible delays and backups ahead. The Q warning system helps minimize rear-end crashes in our work zones. We take a lot of pride in work zone safety, and we have folks with us here today to help deliver that message, including department leadership. It is my honor to introduce Wisconsin DOT Secretary Kristina Boardman.
Thank you, Erin. I want to acknowledge our transportation industry partners, Wisconsin State Patrol, the Wisconsin County Highways Association, and other organizations. Thank you so much for being here and showing your continued support for work zone safety. Governor Evers has proclaimed this week, April 21st through the 25th, as Work Zone Safety Awareness Week in Wisconsin to emphasize the importance of safe driving in work zones. In addition to today's event, and for the 3rd consecutive year, we will host work zone safety events across the state to continue to raise awareness on work zone safety. Together with our industry partners, we deliver hundreds of highway projects each year to improve our communities and the lives of people throughout the state. And this year alone, we anticipate more than 400 state highway projects and bridge improvement projects across Wisconsin. And as we design, plan, and complete these upgrades, building a safer transportation system for all users is always our priority. So one of these projects is the interstate rehabilitation work, which you will see right alongside us. While we're improving our roads to address safety and mobility concerns throughout the state, we're also working hard to maintain our existing infrastructure. This section of pavement was originally constructed in the late 1990s, and it's time for some TLC to this important part of Wisconsin's interstate system. Crews are making repairs to some of the concrete pavement before resurfacing this section of interstate for a smoother and safer ride for everyone. This interstate segment is also part of the larger study from Madison all the way up to the Wisconsin Dells. This study is looking ways to rebuild the 67-mile corridor with an additional travel lane, replace the outdated infrastructure designs, improve safety at all of the interchanges, and raise the roadway and bridge elevations to reduce the impacts from flooding. The Transportation Projects Commission recently voted to advance this interstate study for inclusion in the next state budget. And we are very excited, and we are more than ready for the future of this heavily traveled interstate. We're also fortunate to have a governor who recognizes the importance of transportation funding. Governor Evers' commitment to transportation, combined with state and federal investments, has allowed us to make improvements in every county throughout Wisconsin. And over the last 6 years, we've been empowered to strengthen our infrastructure today to meet the needs of tomorrow. We're grateful for the strong collaboration across all levels of government and our industry partners. Many of these contractors work from dusk till dawn, fixing the roads for all of us, including on this interstate rehab project. We all drive through their work zones on our way to work, school, appointments, and any other destinations. We need to remember the people behind the barrels. These workers here today and across Wisconsin rely on us to be safe and responsible drivers when traveling through their offices. They put themselves at risk each and every day. When they're out doing their job to maintain, fix, rebuild the roads and the bridges, many times they're just working a few feet away from moving traffic. So we're proud to continually implement innovative tools and technologies to help minimize the crashes and injuries in work zones. But we need drivers to do their part too. They need to be patient and they need to focus on the road ahead. Some drivers continue to take chances with reckless behaviors, like excessive speeds, looking at their phones, or changing lanes suddenly. And we all need to work together to prevent these crashes. Each of us has the power to make a difference, and we need to keep our highway workers safe and our emergency responders safe. The Wisconsin DOT is committed to improving infrastructure throughout Wisconsin, but we need everyone's commitment to safe driving. So be alert, slow down, avoid distractions at all times, especially in work zones. This work zone behind me will have nighttime lane closures and reduced speeds, so we all need to be, as drivers, attentive to these changing conditions. And as this year's National Work Zone Safety Awareness Week theme says, respect the zone so we all get home. And before I invite WCHA Executive Director Patrick Vander Sanden to speak, I'd like to present this Work Zone Safety Awareness Week proclamation to him and the Wisconsin County Highway Association in recognition of our long-standing and terrific state and county partnership. So Patrick, thank you for all that you do and the county highway departments to keep us safe. And we have this. So you're good from here. So here's this proclamation. And we're going to take a picture. All right. I'll hold on to it while you speak.
Thank you. Well, thank you, Secretary Boardman. And on behalf of the Wisconsin County Highway Association, we're very happy to be here, because if you spend a little time talking to a road crew operator, highway worker working at the county or at any level of government or on a construction zone, you'll quickly understand the importance of work zone safety as a top issue affecting their work every day. They will talk about the continued challenges for the individuals who perform necessary work in places that interface with the traveling public. It's an issue that is at the forefront of the Wisconsin County Highway Association. At a DOT North Central Region Work Zone Awareness event recently, one of our long-tenured highway commissioners, Jim Griesbach from Marathon County, explained well what I think all of our members feel when he said, "I can deal with bad budgets, I can deal with winter storms, I can deal with tornadoes, bad politics, and trying to get staff. But the thing," he said, "I never want to have to deal with is to have to go make that knock some night on somebody's door to tell them their loved one isn't coming home." Jim's been on the job for many years, and fortunately he hasn't had to deal with that. But it's difficult to realize that others who are transportation project leaders have had to essentially knock on that door. County highway departments in Wisconsin have long been partners with the state in fostering change and approaches to improve work zone safety, often serving as the laboratory for studying methods for these improvements, using message board GPS technology and pilot programs that was a precursor to the state 511 notifications. Most recently, strides are being made in policy as transportation partners in Wisconsin worked hard to secure legislative approval of the requirement for 30 minutes of work zone safety curriculum in drivers' education programs. It will pay dividends by ingraining focus and awareness in young drivers going forward. WCHA stands ready to continue the effort so that everyone will respect the zone so we all get home. Another key to maintaining safe work zones, and is truly valued by those working in them and in the county highway crews in Wisconsin, is the great partnerships we have with local law enforcement, be it the Wisconsin State Patrol or our county sheriff's departments, to support work zone enforcement, which has gone a long way to making our crews safer. But there is much more work to be done to eradicate senseless tragedies. Thank you to the Wisconsin Department of Transportation, all our transportation partners, and all who spend time working to make work zones safe in Wisconsin. Now I'd like to introduce one of those key work zone safety partners in law enforcement, Superintendent Tim Carnahan of the Wisconsin State Patrol, to talk more about the importance of safe driving in work zones. Thank you.
Thank you, Patrick, and thank you all for being here. As we raise awareness today of this important topic, I hope our message reaches those who can make a difference, that it inspires drivers to consider the safety of individuals working on and alongside the road. Workers should not have to risk their lives doing road construction, responding to an emergency, or providing traffic enforcement, as is the case of our state troopers and inspectors. In Wisconsin, one work zone crash typically occurs every 3 hours. These crashes are tragic and preventable. Together, we can make roads safer. Tomorrow marks an anniversary of one of our own troopers who was killed in the line of duty. At the age of 31, Trooper Willie Shaneberger lost his life after his patrol vehicle was struck from behind while he was assisting at the scene of a traffic crash. We keep Trooper Shaneberger and his family in our thoughts and prayers during this time of remembrance. And we also remind drivers of the critical role they play in creating safe work zones. As more construction projects begin this time of year, the Wisconsin State Patrol joins the nationwide focus on safety messaging during Distracted Driving Awareness Month. Speeding, following too closely, and distracted driving are the main causes of work zone crashes. And drivers can do their part to keep workers safe. Number one, put the phone down. State law prohibits the use of handheld electronic devices in work zones. Number two, move over and slow down. The move over law requires drivers to move out of the lane closest to a maintenance worker or an emergency responder. If you can't move over, please slow down. Number three, be patient and alert. We know everybody wants to get to their destination without delay, but we also want to ensure that our construction crews and emergency responders get home safely at the end of the day. Last year, State Patrol troopers and inspectors issued over 7,000 citations and warnings for traffic law violations in work zones. Our goal with every traffic stop is to improve public safety and make our roads as safe as possible, especially in work zones. On average, more than 150 law enforcement vehicles in Wisconsin are involved in a crash while parked legally along the road. This year, we're making strides to improve the safety of those workers and other emergency responders by implementing new technology in our cruisers that will alert drivers through their regular navigational apps to watch for an officer or emergency response area coming up along their route. This advanced awareness will give drivers time to move over or slow down to prevent a crash and protect first responders. As we have mentioned multiple times today, construction crews work within feet of live traffic. Our next speaker will talk about why our undivided attention to the road ahead matters. Please welcome Century Traffic Vice President Jason Voelker.
Good morning. Thank you for being here today as we recognize the National Work Zone Awareness Week, a time dedicated to the hardworking women and men who build, maintain, and improve our roads, and reminding the public just how vital safety is. Every cone, every sign, every reduced speed limit isn't just a rule, it's a lifeline. It's a reminder that behind every barricade is a person, a family member, a friend, someone just trying to do their job and come home safely. This week isn't just about raising awareness. It's about changing behavior. It's about driving with care and with respect for the lives that depend on our choices behind the wheel. As a member of the Century Traffic team, we have one of the most dangerous jobs out there. Our members go out and set up the traffic control next to live traffic with vehicles moving at high rates of speed. We're the first ones on site to set up the work zone. Our pavement marking team are some of the last ones on site to put the stripes on the road, again working right next to live traffic. Last year we had an accident in Toma on I-90. One of our team members was putting down grooves in the pavement that would get pavement marking installed in them later when a drunk driver hit the back of a semi, losing control, veering into our zone, hitting and killing our team member. That day we not only lost a teammate, but that family lost a husband, a son, and a brother. The Wisconsin DOT designs these projects with the safety first mindset and also the least amount of inconvenience for the traveling public. We need to give these men and women working in these zones the respect. Every day when you get in your car, you make a choice. You make a choice to drive sober. You make a choice to put your phone down. You make a choice to slow down when you get to a work zone. Everybody's gotten the text from their wife or husband, pick up a gallon of milk on your way home. Don't answer those texts. You get a text from your kids, what time are you picking me up from soccer practice? Don't answer those texts. I would rather not have to come here next year and honor or remember a fallen worker, instead celebrate a year with 0 fatalities or 0 injuries. I'm asking all of you to urge yourselves, your family and friends, slow down, put your phone down, pay attention when you're in a work zone. Everybody in that work zone wants to get home. Respect the zone so we can all get home. Thank you.
All right, just to wrap things up, we want to thank everyone for joining us today at the event. Thousands of people work hard day and night to improve our roads and bridges. They have families to go home to at the end of their shift. So help us remind family, friends, and coworkers that we must respect the zone so we all get home. Thank you again.